Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're all having a nice day thus far. Today I want to try something different, which is walk through a full game with you guys and show you how I managed to carry games consistently in Challenger. As you can see, I've been winning quite a lot of games lately, actually 18 out of my last 20 games, with some very nice stats as well, as you can see. In solo queue, there are not a lot of things that you have in control, such as like inting teammates, losing bot lanes and stuff like this. A few things that you can control, however, is your CS numbers and your deaths. And as you can see, in all of my games, I'm dying very little, resulting in a very high CS averages, right? And then with that, I managed to carry my games. So, let's walk through a full VOD together to show you how I managed to do this consistently. Alright, let's dive into the game. So, first thing I'm noticing is my jungler is getting invaded by enemy team, right? We're gonna respond to that by getting a late word on enemy red buff. Very nice. My jungler needs a leash because he got a little chunk. That's all good. So we give him the leash. Come back to lane. We see the Talon is starting top side. So this game, both junglers will be pathing bot side, right? This Talon is gonna be pathing into bot. Similar to Viego also pathing into bot. So that means that I do not have to be careful of enemy top lane or enemy jungle rather in the first 4 waves. Okay, dokie. So we come back to the lane, and I'm just instantly gonna play for prio. Again, this is because if I get my level 2 first, that means that the Shen has a problem walking up to last hits. I can get some decent trade, whereas if he gets level 2 first, the reverse things happen, right? Where I am not able to walk up for last hit, and he just has the edge over me. So I like to get the prio whenever I can, and there we go. He even loses some CS as well. The first thing I notice here is he has no sword with him. So since he invaded as well, nobody said it in my team, but here I had the notion that he actually started E, which turns out to be true as well. So I have completely domain here. I'm not going to be, hitting any more than I have to. There's no reason to do a second wave crash, anything like this. I'm just going to be last hitting so that he loses maximum. Right? He's already lost every minion. This is all good for me. I'm going to get the level 2 first. So if he decides to walk up for this last hit right here, right, I'll try and really punish him hard. Oh, well, he gets it anyways. Unlucky. Mean step forward. Right, constantly trying to see if I can cancel some last hit by him. Oh, this mean turned around and killed the caster as well. Perfect, right? So now the wave's pushing very fast. No reason to slow push this anymore. It's always going to crash the third wave here. So, and the reason why is because this fourth wave is so far away, right? It's so far away, meaning that there's no point in slow pushing this, and I just have to hard push here, which is what I end up doing. I get a nice trade in because I get the, I had the, sorry, I think he was still level 1 when I got the trade. Yeah, he was still level 1, right? Then he does get his level 2, he gets his Q, but it's too late. So I get a pretty good trade here. Alright. So now, I've got the third wave in before this fourth wave is here, right? So now I have two options. I could either recall, and if you see my gold, I think I have enough for a D-Blade, which is what my preferred purchase would be. Alternatively, here, since enemy Talon is pathing to bot, I feel like I have nothing to be scared of. So honestly, I just decided to proxy here as early as level 3. So I just use a potion just, to stay relatively safe. I let all the means stack together and then just use my AoE on all the means together. There we go. And that just gives me a little bit more tempo. And it's a 4th wave crash. The reason I like a 4th wave recall better than a 3rd wave recall is because the bounce will be easier to play out. Right now, this is the 5th wave, right? And this is the wave where the bounce should realistically happen. My base timer is in time for me to always be back in lane with this wave as well. Whereas if I had recalled here, so right here after the 3rd wave, this 4th wave is almost already here, right? It's almost in the lane before I've even started channeling my base. And this is why I generally prefer a 4th wave recall rather than a 3rd one. So I can contest the bounce. That's it. 630 gold is not the preferred gold that I would want. I would rather have something around like 750 to 900, right? 750 gives me Caulfield, 800 could give me Deep-Blade Longsword, 900 could even give me a pickaxe, right? You have a lot more options, whereas here, this reset kind of is not the best, but it's okay, right? We just get boots plus Longsword and rerun back. Alright, so top Scott is still up, we're going to take that. Whilst the wave is bouncing into us, we're losing minimum, so I don't have to instantly run top, and we get the first jungle camp. Lovely. So now, the wave is bouncing into us. It's not a big bounce though, and here I've already used my Q on the minion wave here. Perhaps I should have not done this and let this wave continuously keep bouncing into me, right? But it's then very hard to ever find trades on this Shen. And after I've used my Q here, I also noticed that the wave is actually bouncing back into him again, which is fine. I can just play for CS lead. So that's what I end up doing here. this Viego, enemy Talon should also be heading back into topside here, so I'm a little bit wary. And where my head, or where my eyes rather, are focused on right now is actually right here. So if I hard push this right now, which I could attempt, right, it's not good, because this wave will end up being around just in front of the turret because of how close this minion wave is. So what I'll look to do instead is slow push this wave, and then hard push on this wave, so I never end up in a scenario where this wave is stuck in front of his turret. So whenever you're playing in the current wave state, right, always try to look here on your minimap to decide where enemy wave is at, and then make your plan accordingly. So here, again, I'm not hard pushing because I don't want this wave to end up right here. We want to slow push this and then hard push here next, which is what I'll likely do. So we slow pushed here. We even got a trade in. Let's see. Yeah, we got a little trade in. As I said, Talon should be coming back to his topside camps right now, right? Because he path from bot to top. So all these camps are down. We even see it on the map as well. These camps should be back up again. So this is where he'll end up being at right now. As you can see here, the wave is much more comfortable for me to farm. It's not under his turret. I am still gankable if they were to loop up behind me, but I also have the item lead, I have the level lead, I have the wave lead, so I feel comfortable for pushing this out here. Okay, very nice trade as well. Just for the trade pattern as well, right? I'm EQing W auto attack, then I wait this W out, Q, and another auto attack. Perfect. He never dodged a single ability of mine or an auto attack, and I get a very nice chunk here. He could be in dive range for me here. Some ideas I have here are I want to get this ward down on the golems so I can see if Talon has perhaps already done them or not, and that he's pathing to bot side again. If he is, that means I would be free to proxy this wave and perhaps get another reset, right? Now in this instance, I actually see the Talon coming back to top side. I don't know what this guy has been up to, but I have no idea if this is up or not. So my first idea here was to ward the golems to see what this Talon is up to, but now I spot him here, so I'm going to look to fight him, of course. Because the Shen is receiving wave, so I find him. I have the item lead. I think Shen does a very nice taunt flash here. If he hadn't, this Talon was always dead, right? I think perhaps if I'm fast enough and I wait with my third Q, because I lock myself in my animation, right? If I'm in my animation with my third Q, I can't really flash. So I think this guy has done a very nice job here. And I think I alternatively could have perhaps waited with my third Q animation, flash here now, and then Q back in, and then maybe we get the kill, right? But I mean, honestly, I'm already happy staying alive here. That's a win for me. And I get another recall. Now, I hate my recall gold again because I'm forced into call feuds plus refillable. The reason I don't like this reset that much is because I've spent 1400 gold on the call feuds plus a boot, whereas alternatively I could perhaps have like maybe a longsword plus a whip, right? And then some potions, which is much more efficient than what I'm playing with here. This is relatively low AD, whereas a whip plus longsword is so much more AD. Or maybe even, yeah, that's probably the purchase I would have. So I'm not very satisfied with my resets here, but still, I mean, we have a little bit of a CS lead, so this is all good. This wave is bouncing into me again because we got a very big crash on this Shen right here, right? So we will automatically always bounce back into me. So yeah, I haven't lost anything with this recall, so now we're walking back. Whilst I'm walking back, I'm notifying my team that Shen is going to be 6 on next wave, care, right? If they want to do any skirmish on the bot side of the map right now around Dragon, they just have to be wary of enemy Shen getting this level 6. So I notify my team, I come back. So what is my goal here, right? The Shen obviously wants to crash this wave so he can get a free recall. That's what this goal is here. I want to try and deny this by thinning out the wave and maybe, you know, getting level 6, getting a solo kill, something like that. That is my goal here. So I want to deny him crashing the wave, and then Shen is kind of forced to make a bad decision, right? He's either going to try and stay, but if he does that, I could perhaps solo kill him because I have the item lead. He's still just playing with his D-shoot. Or he's forced to reset, and during his reset, I'll try and cancel his recall, delay his reset so that he'll lose most of this next wave. So that's what's going through my mind right here. All right. So we chunk out the wave. I use most of my abilities for the wave here as well. Yeah, he feels scared to walk up. He has no idea where my jungler is at. So that's the first time I'm going to cancel his base, right? Because if I did not do this right here, he's looking to base here, obviously, right? So I'm going to be walking up here, putting my ward here. All right, he's like, okay, I can base here. Lovely. Keep the wave here, keep it frozen to my side. And I'm going to look to cancel his base one more time if I can. Okay, well, it's just a bit too close to turn range. I'm not going to be dashing in here, so yeah, he gets it off. Okay, very nice, but he lost this entire wave in the meantime. I'm pinging the Shen is level 6, my bot side decides to fight. I think this was not the correct time for them to fight because Shen at 6, right? So I think that fight there is always losing. But he lost the full wave, so I'm happy, right? So now we have the CS lead. We are 40 CS to 50 CS, and I'm still catching a bit more than he is. So at least we've established somewhat of a lead already, right? That's good. So now, what is my goal here, right? The wave is obviously going to be bouncing back into the Shen again. This Talon was just bot, meaning that this Talon will probably end up in topside again, likely, right? So it's a bit of a risky situation for me. And then on top of that, I also don't have the best purchase to fight. I have no flash, I have no ignite, so I don't really have kill pressure. So it's a bit of a tricky way for me to fight it. Now, I don't see the Shen, instantly pig missing. He's not showing up. Since I've said that I want to crash, I don't want to play with this gold. If I full push this wave, I'll probably have enough gold for my pickaxe. He gives me the space, so I instantly make use of this and hard push it like this. All right. Push it in the wave. I see the Talon is mid, so obviously I can look for this trade, right? If I had no idea where this Talon was at, I would be very scared on this wave time right here. But now I see a mid, so I also know that this cannon is actually for me to go. As you can see, I'm walking away here up until I see this Talon mid, and then I'm like, okay, I can actually go up and go for this cannon. Because else this Talon could have been topside, right? Which I said earlier. Alright, we get the wave in. We keep our Conqueror stacks. I have 8 stacks here, 10 stacks, 12. With that in mind, I just want to... So I keep my Conqueror stacks up between all this, and now I just actually look for the all-in, because I still have my Conqueror stacks. I don't kill him, but I do get the wave in. If I had Ignite, he was dead, unfortunately. But I get the wave all the way in. I get out of this like precarious wave state. I get the plate as well. The Talon's probably pathing top, so I need to get the hell out of dodge. I'm 72 CS, right? I'm still very nice CS at this point in the game, and I get a nice recall, which is my Iron Spike Whip. So now, let's look at this coming out of base, right? My Viego decides to path bot to always respawning camps here. This wave, like I said, is bouncing back into me. So whilst it's bouncing back into me, I don't really have to run top immediately. I can actually just look for these jungle camps here for multiple reasons. I'm not losing waves, or I'm not losing minions while I'm not running top instantly. I am losing minions, right? But not as much as this Shen is, and it's pushing into me, so it's fine. And then I can take camps in the meantime to expand on that, right? So I get more than he is. If my Viego were to path top here, I obviously would not do this. All right. And again, I tell my team that they have to be wary of the Shen ult because they're starting up the dragon. So we take the Gromp, and then we come back top. So, wave's bouncing into me. I don't have my ult yet. I do have Ignite. Again, no idea where Talon is on this map. So in these timers in the lane phase, guys, always be wary, right? I am not going to look to contest this bounce because I simply have no idea where this Talon is at. If I die here, I lose this wave, I lose next wave, I lose third plates, I lose everything I just worked for. So in these timers, I'm playing on the backside of my lane phase, mostly, until I know where this Talon is at, right? I'm not looking for any very aggressive trades, I'm just looking to see if I can scout where this Talon is at before I do anything proactive. As you can see, I'm just slowly contesting this wave where I can, and I'm very rare that if this guy ever E's into me, I'm instantly ready to E out. So, playing on the backbone. Alright. Now I see the Shen is also playing a bit safe, right? So that by his movements I can kind of judge that maybe he's either baiting or his jungle is actually not topside, right? It's hard to say. Now we see the Talon bot. That means, okay, see the Talon bot, instantly shifting my posture as well. I know now I can play aggressive again. Alright, and we instantly look to trade, right? There we go. Small little trade. He has no idea where my jungler is at, so of course he's not going to be looking to trade back, so he's also playing this smart, right? Because if he would E into me right here, and my jungler is here, then he's just instantly dead, right? He still has no flash as well, so yeah, the Shen is also playing it appropriately here. And now we can push limits, my jungler's top side, enemy jungler's bot side, so we can keep forcing trades. Now, I saw the Talon walking top, my jungler started the Herald. Obviously, guys, we have to push the wave here, so we can help out my jungler. There we go. The jungler doing the little herald. They end up getting it. It was a smite, yeah, flip. All good. They end up getting it. And Shen ult, all good. And we get a kill. Very nice. Yeah, they end up chasing the Shen. I can't really follow up here, right? Plays over for me. I'm going back to my top lane turret. Shen ends up using flash, that's all good. I ping it so that I can time it later, right? I've timed it here, so it's gonna be like what, 15, you always time it with 5 extra minutes, right? So it's gonna be like 15, 20, that's the Shen flash timer. Again, here, I'm not instantly looking to hard push this wave, because again, where am I looking at first? Right here, right? There's a next mini wave coming up right here. So, if I slow push this wave right now, or relatively slow push it, I can still catch this next wave in a relatively safe spot as well. So you see, I'm not hitting this, I'm waiting for this wave to walk into the lane, and then I can push this, yeah, in a more comfortable spot. Perhaps I could have delayed it a little bit, because now I am taking turret damage, right? Okay. But it doesn't matter. Nobody's in lane. Right, we get the plate. We get the recall in. Oh, I decided to stay for 2 plates. I think the reasoning I decided to use my tempo here a little bit for the second plate is so that I can get Gore Drinker plus CDR boots on my recall. Yeah, okay. Well, I could have got it in anyways. I just stayed for fun, I guess. So now, same concept applies, right? This wave is bouncing into me because I just got a nice wave into this Shen. So my VA goes bot side. What are we going to do, guys? This little Gromp right there is waiting for me. So take them whenever you can. This is the 3rd jungle camp I farmed this game. And as you can see, my farm average, it's almost 10 6 per minute right now, right? So yeah, I'm really fat in this game right now already. Just from farming. I haven't done really anything. Just farmed and recalled consistently. And I never, looked for aggressive trades when I was not aware where enemy jungle was at. But, I played efficiently. I played, my waves out, my reset timers were good. I got some extra jungle camps. Now we're 110 CS to 78 CS. Of course, Shen was forced to recall on a bad spot here when we got the Herald. So that's where I got most of my lead from, right? We got 2 plates plus some extra waves as well. But still, right, all of that, just nice. So again, here, wave bouncing into me. I don't have my ult yet. Again, no idea where enemy Talon is at. So I do want to contest this wave, but I don't want to contest it too aggressively. Now, I do feel comfortable, maybe even 2v1ing in this spot, or at least looking for an outplay, right? Because I am extremely strong. I have my Gore Drinker plus my CDR boots. My ult is about to come back up. I have rep buff. I'm a level 9 as well, so I do feel a bit more comfortable stepping up here now. Even if this Talon shows up, I probably have outplay potential. This guy instantly ease away. That also gives me more of the information that this Talon is probably not topside. Alright, we spot the Talon bot. Very nice. Now I can just play 2 limits. He has no E. Since I know Talon is bot, I'll actually just look for aggressive trade just like this. Right? Even though maybe the health trade is equal, it's fine. Well, my rep buff is about to run out, but I still have potions. I have Gore Drinker, Omnivamp, so I'll just sustain, and he has no way of sustaining. So even though it was an equal health trade, it benefits me a lot more than it does him. Okie dokie. Wave's still bouncing into me. Gonna deny him of every single minion that I can. Keep doing so. Still Talon is bot, right? We have full vision over him, so I can do whatever I want here. Shen has no flash, as we know from earlier. It's around 15-20, so I'm just looking to trade whenever I can. I have flash advantage as well, so that's also running through my mind. So here I have 10 Conqueror stacks. This guy has no flash, I do. I instantly look for it, just because I still have my 12 Conqueror stacks right now, and now I know he's used his E, he used his W before, he has no flash. I flash W, and now it's just a kill. Right? And then we can look back at this. So through the entire time, I was just letting this wave bounce back into me. And whilst it's bouncing back into me, he is forced to walk up for every last hit or CS that he wants, right? Since this is the case, I can just continuously look to do small trades onto him. And if I ever manage to like chain my Conqueror stacks during a small trade, that's where I look to all in. So here I get 6 stacks, 8 stacks, 10. He has no flash. All right, I look to chain it again. He is, and then yeah, we can just follow up with our flash, and we get the kill here. Very nice. Lovely. So now, let's look at the game. They have a very fat Syndra, right? They also have quite a fat jungle. My bot lane is stronger, I'm stronger. So the lane is in, or the game's in a pretty good spot right now. I think, yeah, let's take a look. Okay. I also tell my team here, I 1v9 this game with the state, because I know if I get 3 items in this game, it's just going to be very, very good for me. Right, I'm going to go for the Death Stance next. The reasoning is that they have no true damage in their team. So Shen, Talon, and Kai'Sa have no true damage, right? Death Stance doesn't block true damage, but it blocks any other forms of adaptive damage. So it's very good here. And then they also have barely any on-hit damage. So Death Stance is super gold efficient for me here. And then third, I'll probably look for a mob because the Syndra is fat. So this is my purchase here. I'm walking back to top. Viego's done the camps here. If he wasn't... Oh, the Gromp is up, but he's hard pushing the wave, meaning I have to be here first, right? So that's why I walked up here instantly. Okie dokie. And on top. Push the wave. And push the next wave as well. Now, enemy team is probably playing for Dragon. My team is also asking, do we give Dragon? Feel like we can win this with Riven? The thing I dislike is I think I can get a lot more here than just Dragon by taking this turret here, right? Which is a lot of standing gold. Shen can always join with his ultimate, so I feel like even if I come first, it's not that good for me. So that's why I decided to stay top anyways. Yeah, I tried to outplay Z. He caught me. Here I thought I could still get the turret. I couldn't, but I just get it in the second rotation. Unfortunately, my team dies bot. But the Shen is forced to give this up. Because the Talon is bot side again. Lucky days. Alright, we get this in. And I see this coming up. This is probably up. This is up. So I see a lot of camps on the map, right? I'm not looking to kill this guy. I don't care about killing this guy right now. I just want to expand my lead through farming, right? Golems up, Scuttle up, Gromp up. This is all standing gold on the map. Killing this guy is flippy, but looking for, okay, so Syndra's probably roaming top, so I have to back out here. But killing this guy is not consistent. Looking for these camps is consistent. So there we go. That's what I'm gonna do. I decide to not go for the Gromp because I want to use my tempo to go into bot. Perhaps a fight's gonna break out. They go for Dragon anyways. All right. So now the game state looks like this, right? They have quite a fat jungler. They have a fat Syndra as well. Sorry. Let me get a better image of that. Okay. Well, I keep missing it. Slow reaction timer. Okay, so they have a fat Talon, right? He's a bit ahead of my jungler. They have a fat Syndra. This guy is very fat. He's even more farmed than me. I don't know how he did that. That guy's a magician. Both sides, I would say, is relatively equal. Maybe mine is a bit favored. Top lane, we're hard winning, right? So let's see from this state how I can impact the map and ultimately win this game. So next objective up is Herald. What I'm going to try to do is hard push this bot wave and then use my tempo that I can move towards mid lane. I'm scouting out here. Okay, nobody's coming here. I was thinking maybe if this Kai'Sa walks bot, I could actually dive her, right? But it's a Shen. I'm not going to be diving the Shen. So okay, Shen goes bot. He matches me. That's all good. So what I'm going to look to do is hard push this wave and see if I can maybe use my roam timer to go for the Herald in case a fight breaks out there. My first thought is maybe golems, but then I second guess that and I go for mid wave instead. So if any fight were to break out, I'm here first, right? And alternatively, if the Swain moves here, I can be on the mid wave and take the wave because I won't farm. Okie dokie, we got mid, she uses her E, so I adapt my plan. I'm looking for the Syndra instead. And I force a flash. Very nice, right? Even though it seems minor, forcing Syndra flash here at this time in the game is very big because now, you know, any Bard ult is just free land on Syndra, free pick, stuff like this. So she has to be very careful on every mid wave she approaches now, and that already gives me a lot more freedom to do whatever I want on side lane as well. So even though it seems minor, it's actually very big. So take the camps, of course. We go back bot because this wave is bouncing into us. Maybe also one thing to consider is I can use this roam timer mid for longer time because my bot tier 1 is down, right? So even though Shen pushes, I don't have to be bot receiving instantly because the bot tier 1 is down, so I can catch at a later time. So as you can see right here, I can even take this camp and then catch all the way at bot. And I only lost 1 million worth of XP, right? So through that, I got a roam mid, I got the wave mid, I got the raptors, I got the bot wave. Very nice, very efficient. Okay, we get the bot wave again. Maybe one thing I forgot to talk about as well is my recall, right? So once I recalled right here, I'm looking at tab and I see a very fat Syndra. So I have two options. I could go for like a pickaxe here with my current gold. How much do I have? Let's take a look. So I have 1300 gold, right? I guess I could go for Chain Vest, sell my potion, get pickaxe, and spike into the Death Sense first. But I opted here to go for Hexdrinker first just because I felt like the Syndra was very strong in the game. So yeah, that's why I wanted to just sit on Hexdrinker to make sure that if I ever meet the Syndra, I could actually fight her and not get completely 100 to 0 with her current item. So that's why I went for that purchase. Alright, let's go back to where we were at. So now I've done the exact same thing, right? Which is push bot lane and use my roam timer to go to mid. Alright, so we push bot. We just forced this guy's flash earlier. We have the Herald from the earlier play, so I don't know why my Viego's here doing golems, because it should be on mid wave, but I want to try and contest this. We see Kai'Sa top, Shen bot, meaning we're with a numbers advantage as well, so I feel very comfortable here looking for a play. Okay, spot the Talon. Sorry for that. And then we go for the play. Shen ults, doesn't matter. We get a turret. We just get a nice play here. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think this was just well thought out, right? We pushed in the bot wave, we moved to mid. We end up getting a kill. Very nice. It's not something special, right? But it's very big, right? Because as you can see, this guy was actually a full item on my jungle. This guy is almost close at his rapid and my mid lane just finished one mythic. And this guy is also kind of ahead of my ADC right now, right? So overall in the game, we're a bit behind. My team is not really winning. But I'm very strong and I use my roam timers whenever I've pushed out the wave bot instantly to mid to relieve pressure for my team. Maybe make some plays, and that way we found a very nice play now, right? It's a 3-for-1 trade. Sure, Kai'Sa got the top lane turret. I don't really care though. And this bot wave again is just pushing into me, so I don't lose out on anything. Alright, I timed the flashes as well, so I still know the timer from the Syndra flash, and then I timed the Shen and the Talon as well, because they used flash here. Now I make one crucial mistake. I push out the wave here, but I see this Nautilus is moving bot here, Kai'Sa's hovering bot here. I was not really aware of this, because in the game, I remember I was thinking about these timers, because I was like, wait, this Talon has the rune where he has a bit lower summoners, right? So I was trying to time it in my head, and then I completely missed the Shen walking forward onto me, and then moving into bot side, so I actually... I lose track here a bit, and because of that I get caught, and I give away a very big shot into this Talon. So here, this was a really big blunder, right? Yeah, completely avoidable if I just walk back further, that's all. Just greedy, big mistake. Okay, so now I finished my Death Sense, I'm going for Maul third. I have no flash right now, I have no Ignite, I am strong, right? I'm spiking pretty hard, but right now I don't feel too comfortable looking for any fights because I don't have my flash. I'm not really spiked that hard, so my my preference will just be opening up bot side again. Probably looking to play for bot side tier 1. That is my plan here. Dragon is about to come up though, so I'm doing golems here quickly, and see if I can maybe be there in time for Dragon. Perhaps I should have already been there. Oh, we spot the Talon. Okie dokie. Get on top of him, Shen ults as well. Oh, Shen is in. He has no flash, so I'm obviously going to be going for the Shen here. Alright. Wait, the Spline just spawned. I noticed this now. Look at this. I'm hitting the Shen and the Spline just spawns. Okay, nice. Well, we got the Shen. He has no flash. I was aware of this, so yeah, we can keep going on to the Shen. They get the Dragon though. That's unfortunate. Here, just because I have the Hex Trinket, that's also the only reason I live, right? You see how tanky I am? Even though the Syndra is this fed, because I have the Death Sense and the Hex Trinket, I just don't even die here just because of the item choices. And this guy also pressed Locket. I think that's also a very big reason why I lived, of course. So, very nice. We end up getting maybe another kill here. Okay, yeah, we get the kill on the Nautilus. Very nice. Catch the mid wave. Okie dokie. So, what's the game looking right now, right? I'm looking for some extra camps. Because I'm very close to my item on base. Yeah, I don't find it, so now I don't get my gold. Okay, I sadly did not get my item. That's what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to get a little bit of gold more on the map so I could get my item. I see Kai'Sa's pushing bot wave, so I'll be going there. Yeah, that's my next choice. So I see Kai'Sa's pushing this bot wave, and she's taking an aggressive pathing into my jungle, right? I see my red buff is up, so I'm thinking, oh, she might be going here. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a really mistake by her. I punish it. Yeah, we get a free kill. She's just completely out of position. My team did die in mid lane though, so can't really do anything with the kill, but I mean, it's okay. And he jumps over the wall with my Twitch ult. Sadly, he cannot hit. Okay, I leave this mid wave for my Twitch, and I go back to bot. So, push bot out of the way again. Yeah, I push bot out of the way, and then what's up next for me? So, I get my spike in base, I get my flash back, I can get a stopwatch as well. So as you can see, what I type in chat now as well, I can fight at Nash. I have 3 items and flash. Shen is weak. So let's just spot the game here, right? This Talon is very strong. This Syndra is quite strong. Their bot lane is even with my bot lane. I am very strong, right? I'm spiking now. I get my 3 items. I have my flash back, so that's very important. And I get a stopwatch as well, so like a budget guardian angel. So now I feel comfortable looking for a big team fight that could win the game, right? So I've pushed bot wave all the way in. It's bouncing back into me. I'm not losing anything there. And now it'll open up the map on Nashor with my team. Perhaps I could have sold my refillable and get a pink ward as well. But it's all okay. We don't care about that. All right, we open up at Nash. I pinged all the timers that I've saved earlier, so I know that this Kai'Sa still has no flash. So yeah. I know Kai'Sa has no flash, so I'm pinging my team to be on this mid wave. I see Syndra bot. This Kai'Sa should never be allowed to walk up to this mid wave. So I feel like what enemy team is doing here is illegal. I'm super strong here. This guy should have been dead here. I feel like Bart just ults onto him and we could engage here, but sadly they were looking for vision. So that's okay. We missed the timer. I do end up typing it while we're not on mid, but that's okay. So now we move into Nashor, and I want to start this as well because Syndra was bot right. We've gotten in the mid wave. We're stronger here. I want to force a fight. I'm strong here. So we're Q delaying. And I Q delay so that whenever I use my third Q, it's instantly back up again, right? I'm going to do the same thing again. Use my Q delay whenever I can. Salmon's going in. That's my first target. He's the most fat character in the game. Okay, chasing the Talon. Well, then I switch to Syndra. Flashes away as well. Kill the Talon. Get Syndra too. And then a random Kai'Sa shows up as well. Very nice. Okay, well, I got my spike, push that bot, move to Nash, force the play whenever I'm fed, whenever I have the flash. and we completely 1v9 the fight. There we go. Game over. Homie the Twitch says, good job, Alois. I say they all FF, but I meant they all flash, right? I meant their flash timers, because I'm constantly trying to time their summoners as well, so that I know who to target in the team fights as well, right? Right, we push our top wave here. I want to stay a bit longer for Guardian Angel, and here I make my second big blunder in the game as well. I stay for this turret, the Shen loops around, and I thought that I would be fast enough with their recall timers. Well, I was wrong, and I die. This Talon just one-shots me. Okay, I say, okay, I int, my bed. Right, I get my Guardian Angel, happy days, but I completely throw the Nash that we just got. So, very big blunder by me here again. Okay, I tell my team, yeah, I just target him. Oh, sorry, no, I just tell my team, wait for me. They sadly don't. They look for a 4v5 fight here, and I think they get aced here, almost. Yeah, they all die, but it's okay. The Swain lives for so long that I can come in and snack up some kills. Alright. Yeah, I'm just so tanky at this point, right? 4 items, they don't even do damage to me. Look, this guy has, I think, 3 items or 2 items, and he's not even dealing damage to me at this point in the game. So, yeah, I'm just so fed, right? And as again, 10 saves per minute, only 2 deaths. Both my deaths were completely preventable as well. So, yeah, just played this game very efficiently, very safe, very consistent, and then, yeah, I'm not really, yeah, I just feel overpowered, right? That's it. So now, how do we close out this game? This guy wants to contest the dragon. Okay. He gets it, unfortunately, but we do get the pick. We still have Nasher, so instantly my Twitch is pinging mid. I don't care about this wave. I'm pinging bot, right? We can get this in 2 turrets. That's what I'm looking for. The Syndra has no flash, I know. Sadly, there's a ward, so what I was planning on doing is hopping here, and then maybe hopping over the wall here to get on top of her, right? But sadly, I got spotted out, so she knows. Alright. I don't know how I managed to dodge Syndra either. It's as large as Grand Canyon right now, but yeah. Okay, so here, my team is sieging mid. I see that they have a mid wave, and they're looking to defend it. So I'm instantly pinging here. I can go. I have death stance. I have my items. I Q delaying, right? So this is also one very important thing to do on Riven. Whenever you're looking to join a fight, try and Q delay before you join the fight. Because look, I Q delay here. Q delay again. And now I've been looking to go in. And I instantly have my Q back up again, right? So I've gap closed. I'm in the fight. But my Q is back up again. That is so important. Because now this is where all my damage comes from. And this is the only reason I just instantly one-shot this Kaisa. Because I still have my Q. Right, so it's very important whenever you're joining a fight, Q delay. There you go. Get in the fight. I mean, they have no chance here, right? The Talon was still dead. It's a 4v5 fight. We completely wiped them. And from that, we win the game. So, yeah, I think this was a very nice game. I'm happy with my performance. I hope that I've showed you guys through consistent farming and efficient side laning, right? That we can 1v9 the game as Riven quite easily. Even though your mid jungle, I mean, this game my mid jungle was behind, right? They were not really hard losing, but they were for sure behind. I'm playing off my spikes. I'm joining the team fights when I have flash. If I don't, I'll probably prioritize the side lane, right? And eventually, I can just join the team fights. I carry them, and I win my games, and I join my LP. All right. I hope you guys learned something new this game, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. That's it from me.